not many of my mates are having kids.
Kids are overrated, mate, as I said. They're fucking overrated. I've had 2 beautiful children, very attractive. I mean, like me, they're fit and healthy and good looking and well-to-do. They've got good brains. I think I've got reasonable intelligence. My wife's intelligent. So we've raised 2 good children. But it's a scam. What's in it for me? I only go around once on this merry-go-round. So, as I said, I don't get the whole children thing. I get it for women. Because, you know, biologically that's it's a strong urge for them to bear children, but I don't see what's in it for the male, outside of the sex. What the fuck else is in it for us? What, running kids around at netball and football training and copping all their grief, only to be fucking ridiculed as you get older? I mean, no, and spend thousands, if not a million on each of them to get them into their adult years. So yeah, no, I don't see the attraction to it at all. I've got 2 kids, I still don't see it. I love them and everything like that, but I just think the whole thing's bullshit.
What I was saying though, or what I was thinking,
I wouldn't have them again. As I said, when my wife came in from the fucking bathroom when we were young, and showed me she did a pregnancy test and showed me the 2 lines there, and with my bleary eyes in the morning, I looked at this fucking thing and it just felt like my whole life flashed in front of my eyes. All I was imagining when she showed me that she was pregnant through this test that came up positive, as I said there, as she went back into the bathroom to finish what she was doing, we had a very quick conversation about it, and I think I just sort of went, oh, fuck, like that, you know, and I just lay in bed there, and what was going through my mind is, what changes are going to be coming from this news? And I could just see almost my whole life flashing in front of me. Everything that I'd had was now going to change, and that is a fact, and it did.
So you're the only one I've ever heard talk like this before. Everyone that I've ever spoken to who's had kids says it's the best thing they've ever done.
It's the worst thing. It's not the worst thing, but
until I have them, I won't understand though. Until I have them, I won't understand.
It's the dumbest thing. It's the dumbest thing. For a male, it's the dumbest thing. First of all, you sacrifice your good-looking female. She gets all wide in the hips and fucking... She just body changes completely. Her focus turns to the children, so you're on the out.
You're on the out.
You're on the outer for a bit. She's not going to give a fuck about her body because she's got her children, or, you know, most of them. If she hasn't, she's going to have more. It all goes downhill, as far as I'm concerned, for the man. It goes downhill. Fiscally or financially, you cop it. Your wife fucking changes. You know, I mean, she doesn't change like she hates you or anything, but she just not as sexy, you know, fattens up, changes her attitude, changes her focus to her children, not you. She's got what she wanted. She's got what she wanted. You're just the utility man now.
Utility.
You're just a utility. And that's it. And then, so you're running around trying to make more money now. You've got to make more money because you've got 2 more mouths to feed, let's say, in my instance. And then,
Yeah, right.
Just gets in the way. I mean, you know, you go, and what's in it for me going to watch him play football? Oh, geez, your son got some kicks today, or he actually doing well at school. So what?
Jesus.
You know, to me, I don't give a fuck. It's their life, you know. Like, I want them to do well and everything, but yeah, maybe I'm selfish. I don't know.
Surely you're just listing down like most of the negatives, because that's pretty much what I was, you know.
All right, what are the positives? Give them to me. What are the positives?
Well.
Standing back and watching you. Standing back and watching you. Well, imagine it. What do you think the positives would be? Standing back and watching. Like, I get a bit angry with my kids because they think that the bit that I get out of it, the bit that's in it for me, is to watch them flourish. No, that's nothing in it for me. I don't get fucking jollies out of seeing them grow up. Like, that's not my... I mean, it's nice, but it's not my reward. It's not the bit that's in it for me, right? You know what I'm saying, Bindi?
True.
What's the bit that's in it for me? Oh, well, this is just that we exist, right? Well, we're here. Oh, that's the bit that's in it for me. You exist. In other words, apart from their existence, there is no fucking advantage. Well, there is no advantage, period. Oh, it's just a weird thing, I know.
Jeff, if I was to post this little conversation onto, say, YouTube, what kind of general comments do you think would come up in the feed?
He's sick. There's something wrong with him.
I find it really interesting because But
I'm looking at it from a practical standpoint. I mean, as I said, don't read me wrong. I do love my children and I'm proud of them. but there's nothing in it for me. Right? It's a one-way street when you have children. You just feed them and give them everything they need, right? For very little gratitude.
Okay.
Very little gratitude, really.
Yep.
And the bit that's in it, the bit you get back out of it, supposedly, is just to be in awe of their development.
Right.
But that's it. That's the only bit back. You don't get any monetary return. They don't work for you, right? They don't even clean. There's really no advantage there. Like if it was a business partnership, it'd be the worst deal of all time, right? It doesn't make any sense. So even when your marriage makes sense, having a girlfriend or a partner or a wife makes sense because there's sex, there's comfort, there's companionship, there's having a shoulder to cry on when the man needs a shoulder to cry on if he's having a bad day. That's what a woman brings to the party. She brings her warmth and affection and gives the guy a breather. That to me is really important. Certainly is for me. That to me is important. But the children, nah.
Jesus Christ. So all these guys that say, you're not going to understand until you go through it yourself, right?
Bollocks! Well, here's the thing. Like, if you're an active person and you've got objectives and things that you want to achieve in your life, like I am, maybe it's different from fucking the average ham and egger who doesn't have any ambition at all. And they're just going to live their pathetic life through their children and say this is a life. No, that's not good enough for me. I target objectives in my life, and maybe I'm a bit of a workaholic and I do focus on my things quite vigorously. So for me, I still want to pursue those things. I'm not going to compromise them just because I had children. Whereas a lot of people will. They'll drop everything, right? They'll drop everything. They'll drop all their own personal pursuits.
Yep.
To, focus on the children. Do
you think there's something more to it, to all these people, to why they think like this? Like, I'm talking everybody says
I just don't.
Why are they led to believe this, this whole idea of
having children is fucking wonderful.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
We all need to.
No, I don't
We're
get it.
We're not going to understand until we do.
I tell you, I don't get it. I don't.
What's going on with these guys, though?
I've had children. I don't know. Again, I think that if you don't have a life yourself, you will get something out of children because you'll be able to. They'll give you a life. You know what I mean?
It might come down to how fucked up your life is before.
Well, that's right. But see, if you've already got a life and you've got a really active and there's a lot of vivacity in your life, and you've got a lot going on, there's a lot you still want to achieve, then to those type of people, children won't enhance it, and in fact they'll get in the way a little bit. But, well, not a lot, but for people who are just average,
that's
wage earners who come home to it, they're gonna be attracted to the family unit and get something fucking out of it, I guess. But fuck all. Really, it's just because their lives are already pathetic. You know what I mean?
Alright, that's it. Alright, we'll end it there. That's our first little discussion anyway.
Probably.
Considering we haven't even got to your
joint
yet.
But if anybody ever listens to this, I do want you to know that I'm probably being a little bit facetious and a bit funny. But in reality, I always have questioned the real benefit that particularly the man. I can't speak for my ex, but. And by the way, I was married, for 25 years with my, high school sweetheart for 30 years. It's not like I'm a fucking arsehole. I was married for a long time. I've only just recently separated.
Maybe I can edit the video. I can edit the audio here and put that at the start.
Yeah. So I don't want people to think that I'm a complete crank. And I'm impossible. In actual fact, I'm a really good husband. And all relationships I've been in have been long term. And even the one I'm in now with my partner, it's 5 years now. So yeah, I am reliable and I'm trustworthy and I'm pretty good like that. So I'm not a cunt. But yeah, the whole children thing, I don't get it. Maybe someone can fucking enlighten me. Oh, Paul, but it's
hopefully we get them in the comments.
Maybe.
Maybe on your channel too, because. But
I will say that I think there's a really strong role for a woman in a man's life. Fucking fundamental. Yep. Fundamental. These MGTOW weirdos that think they can go. Now, I'm not a simp. I won't run around white knighting women. Right? They've got to have merit. They've got to fit the bill, and they've got to. It's a business relationship. See, the thing with a wife or a partner, a girlfriend, it's a relationship. There is something in it for you, and there's something in it for them. It's a full blown business relationship, right?
Sure.
I get that. The man's going to get sex, he's going to get comfort, she's going to get maybe a future, sperm donor and someone to raise the children and keep the resources up, right? I get that. That is a full-blown relationship. It works both ways, and there's something in it for both parties. That I get, right? Kids, nah, don't get that. Leave it at that. What's most important for a man is to be successful. If you're successful, the world's your oyster. Women are just no problem. If you're a loser or you're not successful, you need to work on becoming successful. Because if you're not, I don't give a fuck how nice you are to women. They're not interested in that shit. They're interested in utility, good sex, of course, and you're just reliable and get the job done. If you don't have those qualities, mate, you're fucked. You can suck up to women as much as you like. They're just going to treat you like shit. So I saw this thing. I was telling you this story. So the other day I was in Subway there sitting down waiting for me fucking...
The Subway story. I haven't heard this yet.
This is the Subway story.
I haven't heard this yet.
So the other day I was at Subway eating me fucking... Anyway, so I'm fucking there and I'm looking out the window and I see this quite attractive girl go past. And she was really quite attractive. Oh, fuck, it's crazy down here this road. Anyway, so I thought, she's a good-looking girl, you know? Very fine-looking girl, right? And behind her was the boyfriend. Now, I got to say, it was a bit of a mismatch. Mind you, I don't know much about this bloke. Of course, I know nothing about him, but he just didn't look the part. He looked like a bit of a... He looked a bit fat and not particularly good-looking. Didn't look fit. But then again, he's got other positive attributes. I don't know. Anyway, they walked to the car, and which is just out in front of me in the car park there. I could see them through the window perfectly. They were right. The car was parked right out in front. He goes. They both go around to the driver's side. It was a sort of a chick's car. It was like an XL, Hyundai XL or something, with P plates on. So as I said, they were young. Anyway, so they both go around to the driver's door, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on here? They both go around to the driver's door. Oh, I see. He's going to open the fucking door for her.
No way.
He's going to open the fucking door for her. And then he holds her fucking food and her drink while he sits her down, gives her a kiss on the cheek. He sits her down, makes sure she's in, then he walks around to his side and gets in. I'm thinking, mate, I'll give it 2 weeks, she'll fuck you off. You know what I mean?
What nationality were they?
Aussie. They looked Aussie.
Jesus Christ.
They looked Aussie.
Yeah.
And I just thought, mate, that is the... Look, people will say, oh, it's chivalry. No, it's dumb. It's stupid. It is so bad. It is such a stupid thing to do. You know, he's fawning over her. And I know why, because he doesn't believe he's worthy. So he's compensating for his lack of worthiness. I could tell. By sucking up to her and just giving her too much chivalry and opening doors. What else must he be doing if he's opening her fucking car door? Right? Outrageous. You're trying too hard, mate. You're going to scare her away. Bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. I reckon that whole scare thing's a big thing. Yep.
You know?
Be very careful with your moves. Especially in a real fresh relationship, too.
Too desperate. That's
fucking...
Yeah, I reckon that you just got to, like fish, you just got to reel them in a bit and let them out. Reel them in a bit and let them out. But I don't know, I'm not an expert in relationships, but that's one thing that I fucking would not do. To me, it just says... Oh, I don't deserve you. You're too good for me, so I'm going to overcompensate by opening your fucking door.